I'm going to review the Zoomers. Zoomers as a generation, I feel like you can't really trust what the media is giving you about Zoomers. You see a lot of crime, but you look at the statistics, it's just the media trying to, look at, you pay attention to that stuff. You don't really pay attention to the masses, especially a very tame generation like Zoomers. And if you go by what Strauss and Howe said about this part of the cycle, they are going to be very tame. The reason they're inside playing video games all the time, like millennials grew up with video games, but we weren't on them 24/7. We're still out playing outside, hanging out with each other. We're a very cohesive generation. I feel like Zoomers, even though like a lot of them, were raised on iPads, but I have a feeling like once they get into midlife, they're going to be much more active in society, whereas we're seeing the opposite with the 13ers. So, I mean, I don't really give, like, too much criticism on what they're doing wrong. I hate that haircut. Little broccoli head shit. I don't like it. But, I mean, like, a lot of people sympathize with me. Supposedly, they're just doing that to kind of do something different. Be offensive, to provoke that kind of outrage. Like, ugh! That broccoli-headed haircut again. That repulsive feeling it gives you when you see that in public. But I have a feeling, they're doing that on purpose. Don't be too bad. I have noticed that, like, when school's let out, I'm usually driving home and school's let out. It doesn't look like somebody pulled the fire alarm at a brothel anymore. Parents are kind of going, okay, maybe, you can't wear that to school. You put some clothes on. You can't be in a training bra and showing your boobs at school. And I have a feeling that I personally feel like I did something about that when I made that comment about high schools. Like, it looks like somebody pulled the fire alarm at a brothel, and then you started to notice this decline. I remember walking with my daughter in her stroller to McDonald's, and there was, like, a chick with, like, something slut written on her shirt. I'm just like, oh my god, that's like a 14-year-old. I was just like, why are they dressed like this, man? I mean, the guys were dressed in, like, sweaters in the middle of summer, and it was like 80 degrees out. They're like in a black pullover, a hoodie thing. But anyways, I do look forward to seeing how the Zoomers, they're coming of age. I feel like they're gonna all come of age in a time of good prosperity in America. And I feel like the generation after that, they're gonna be very religious, just as Strauss and Howe said. And that kind of lines up with being in the 40s of every century. There's a religious movement in the U.S., and I feel like the Alpha generation is going to be on that. I'm eager to see what new styles of art. I feel like these generations kind of build society in the artistic sense. Like, they're going to bring a new style of architecture. I really hate on the corporate style that the silent generation brought forth. And then, like, the brutalist architecture that came after that, and even millennials. I kind of like some aspects of the neo-industrial architecture that they do. Like, you go to a Starbucks, and it's, like, exposed beams and sheet metal paneling, that kind of thing, and they just have, like, little squares of sheet metal to be artistic. I feel like Zoomers are going to do something better, and I feel like Taco Bell is the best. Like, to market to Zoomers, they started putting neon lights and shit, purple neon everywhere on the new Taco Bells. I feel like that's going to be... I like that. And I feel like they did that to cater to Zoomers, because all their ads feature Zoomers eating Taco Bell, and I love Taco Bell. Their architecture, the Baja Blast, those little testicle dessert things they put in... They come in twos. Once people said, like, oh, these look like testicles, they're like, we're going to get behind that. And now you get them in little packs of 2. Cinnabon Delights is the real name in case you think I'm just screwing with you. Go and try them. Well, yeah, that's the review of the Zoomers. Sorry to divert off so badly.